Good morning, everyone. Today is a Wednesday, September 24, September 25, 2024. Um, I am showing you a video today of three of my garden boxes. It was just built on the ground. It's 4 foot by 4 foot, and this is year two of this one. I even raised it a little bit. I did some wood this year because I find it too shallow for my other crops. But the idea of this garden is actually for me to grow some beans because we moved to a farm and it's been a hay field and it's very hard to work against hay. So you can see it was a rainy year, and I started my beans really late, but it seems to be this a bounty here. And these are my dahlia. They grew up to be 5 feet. I love flowers, so I don't think you should be restricted growing vegetables or flowers only. So you can do both. I paired my dahlia with beans. Beans doesn't need much in terms of fertilizer, but dahlia does. So I added some compost into these beds in the early spring, and you can see I mix it with like some green onions right here, some dahlia growing up in there. I garden with no rules, so I just experiment with everything. I came out today because I'm making something and I usually pick up stuff. So when you see chop and drop, I just chop some of the dandelion leaves there and drop them to compost. And yeah, I will pick up some of these onions for my cooking today. Feel like having some stir fry, so it's just like that. You don't really need much, but it's kind of like I like fresh green onions. And you can see I work regularly out of home for 5 days a week, 40 hours at least. So I just really have no time to weed them. But the beans didn't care. They're producing, so today I'm harvesting a lot of them. There's actually lots of beans right there that I can find into this mess. And you think it would be like peas because it's starting to get colder here in Ottawa. It's probably not as much as it's been cold at night, and I don't really like it, but what can you do? You live in the capital city. Winter's coming. Oh, it's fall, and like leaves are turning. So this is a pole bean, so the ones that climb on a stick. And you would notice like I don't really have a fancy trellis, so I find some cuttings of the old kind of garbage maple, Manitoba maple in there that we try to prune as much as we can for the walking path to Kyle's Pond. So as much as I can, I only reuse natural materials because we need less garbage. Like part of my ecological farming mission is to reuse whatever we have already. So old pots have been reused, woods. I have planted some mint. I know people would hate having mint in their garden. I don't mind them. I cut them, and then when there's too much of them, I just use my shears, cut them, and use them as a scrub for me when I'm going for a shower or a bath. They're really good scrubbies, I can tell you that. Oh yeah, there's more beans in here. So for a little 4 foot by 4 foot, I'd say that it was a smart decision for me to just plant beans because they just climb on some these branches that I found lying around. I would offer these branches to anyone in the city if they wanted to come my place and visit and kind of see what I'm up to. Of course, you have to clean up yourself. It's one of my big piles here for my cleanup, and that one too. That Manitoba maple needs to be pruned by fall. So if you're planning to build trellises this fall as your activity, then that's something. Oh, this very long stalk was my sunflower last year. I let it be. I let it compost. It's useful anyway. This is my green onion that I like to harvest, and I can use this for cooking today. I'm just gonna give away my dahlia flowers because I'm not really good at keeping them alive over the winter, so other people might have a better knowledge than me in terms of that. Yeah, this cosmos flowers has always been my favorite. Bees love them, and there's actually some kind of a red dahlia that growing there. Didn't know that. Another native plants, Helianthus, Sunchoke, Sunroot. It actually blooms in fall, which is perfect for the pollinators. In this bed, it's mostly I put my herbs here, my mint. I like my chocolate mint tea. Again, warning, a lot of people don't like mint because it's spread. Not a problem for me because I use them very often. That's the chocolate mint. On the back is a mojito mint, so I'm just gonna pick up a few mojitos too to add for my tea later on for noon. I have other sections here in the farm that I created mojito mint, but you can only work. You only have so much time. I can't keep up with everything. So my goal is just to have smaller boxes in my yard, and then I can keep it up. I can, even if I mulch it around, you still can see a lot of weeds coming up. But it doesn't bother me. I mean, the weeds come and go. Winter comes, all that, yada yada yada. You could actually have, if I stand at the end of this little path, that you could see the Cow's pond in here. Oh, it's getting low, so probably has. Ooh, it's tipping over. That's where it's going. He's saying his pond is getting low. But anyway, that's me being sidetracked. Yeah, sort of that. I have the aconitum is actually blooming, which is pretty cool for a flower. It's an aconitum, and this is Joe Pye weed. I started a native plant garden here. Hydrangea is the exception, but the blue lobelia is done. I think that's actually a native hydrangea, and this is elderberry, which is having some fruits now. And there's a Joe Pye weed right there. It's ready. I'll read out your dogwood. It's really, really cute. That's the leaves of where does the dog in? Leaves, no fruits, berries, whatever you call it. And I want to go get a close view of my aronia berry without tramping on a nettle and getting itch. There. I want to get some berries because this is my favorite. Kyle says it's really tart. I don't know. I like eating aronia berries. This is what it is. So I planted this last year, I think. Yeah, I planted a lot of aronia berries, and leaves are kind of nice and stuff. No different than serviceberry. I see another plant. I had to go access it from the other side of this little mound because everything is mound in here because it used to be like some kind of junky area that we just tractor and fill in. So I'm navigating around sunchokes and oh my gosh. Yeah. Ooh, jackpot. A lot of people cook their aronia berries, but I'll leave some for birds. I'll get this for me. There's another batch in here. Maybe I'll get 10%. Because probably I'll eat them all while cooking breakfast. Yeah, I'm off work today because you can see my voice isn't doing the greatest. So I think I need to work off. It's raining anyway, so I won't accomplish much on site. I'll work at the office for some time after breakfast if I'm up to it. But oh, yummy. That's a big pile. I'll take that one. Yeah, so I think this is year 2 on this plant. I think I gave Sarah some of the fruits from last year. But yeah, it's native to Ottawa. And look at that berries. And they're producing very well. If you can see the base of it, there's just so much weeds because I can't get to it. And I'm busy. Around here, actually, I should show you before going back to my little garden boxes. I planted pawpaw, Asimina tarlova. It's also a native plant, but I didn't have a chance to take care of them or do something. So this is my pawpaw, and then there's another one, and probably there's two more on the other side. I don't know if I can take a picture of it on the other side. I got it from a friend, Mark, a fellow gardener that loves tropicals. Share about things. But yeah, like that's more. There's another one under there. You can see the pink tape. And this one's like probably the smallest because I didn't get a chance to clean it. But they're alive. It's fine with them. So yeah, that's basically a tour of my garden box for the day. Pardon all the messes because yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. A gardener's life per se. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Some of the leaves are turning red in here. So yeah, that's been my update for today, and have a good one. I'm gonna start picking my beans.